Alright, so boom. Let's roll that classic Amiri instrumental. My ranking of the XXL Freestyles. Let's go. As we all know, Central Cee and GloRilla did not do a freestyle. Very ironic that they're the two most popular people here and they didn't do one, but it's whatever, man. Forget them. We about to get right into the ranking, and the person I have in last place, I'm sure all of y'all have her in last place. The worst freestyle this year has to go to TiaCorine. No, I'm playing. But trust me, I'm gonna get on her ass later. And last place is Too Rare. Let me tell y'all, I turned on this freestyle while I was getting my running miles in. On Wednesday, July 5th, when this dropped, I was getting my run on, and instead of waiting till I got to the crib, I said, you know what? Let me play it right now while I'm out here. This junk played for 20 seconds until I had to stop. I didn't slow down and start jogging or walking. I stopped because based on what I was hearing those first 20 seconds, I went, my lord, this freestyle sounds terrible. So I stood there and listened to the entire thing and paid closer attention, and nothing changed. The more it went on, the more and more garbage was getting poured into my ears. One piece of slack that I will cut Too Rare is that his normal music does not sound as bad whatsoever. Have you guys ever heard how people say the way the XXL freestyles are formatted, it's quote unquote set up for people to fail because not everybody is good at rapping without a beat? Man, y'all know good well what y'all be doing making these people rap a cappella. They need beats to sound good, and they themselves know that. That's kind of the thing. Too Rare is admittedly one of those people where the type of music he makes, having him rap without a beat is really not going to sound good. He doesn't have the bars or the right presence to pull something like this off. But I'm still on his ass. This nigga was tripping. Sometimes when an artist is doing one of these, you can tell that they have some type of rhythm and beat playing in their head, and you can kind of feel what that beat would sound like based on their flows and such. For this nigga Chalk Zone, however, I don't know what beat he had in his head. His rapping was all over the place. The theatrics that he was doing felt so weird hearing them with no beat or no hype man around him. The parts where he's all like, woo woo, feds coming. Give a fuck about your brother or your damn cousin. Choo choo! We running trains, hoes, fuck. Stuff like that will have you go, what is this nigga doing? Now here's the reason I said these theatrics don't work here. So you already know that I'm not someone that complains that someone got their XXL freestyle verse from a song they already have. I'm not about to keep explaining myself because I've literally pointed this out in previous years' rankings. All I'm gonna say is people have been spitting pre-written verses on XXL ever since 2009 when the freestyle started. So the fact that we're in 2023 and every year y'all still bitch and complain about that is very ridiculous to me. I bring that up here because Too Rare's freestyle was rapped before on his On the Radar performance. Every word he rapped over the Who Run It beat, and even all the extra stuff he was doing, like all the woo woo feds coming, he did that on here. That right there is a perfect example of what I mean. It sounded hype as hell there, dancing and whatnot with his friends. That's the only slack I will cut Too Rare. Because I know where this performance came from, out of context, not having a beat or any of your homies around you rapping with you and hyping you up, this sounds horrible when you're in a room by yourself rapping it out loud. But even with that, this boy's lyrics are pretty terrible too. Some of his bars just sounded like poor attempts of being clever. XXL, I fight the largest bench in those niggas and breaking them toilets. Her head so dumb retarded, I peel her waist back, don't think I'm an orange. You can't kick a nigga with none of us, you ain't getting no punts, cause a punt is a kick. Whack. Like that fragrance, I'll spray something. Niggas trying to glaze me like donuts. And her pussy, I might dunk in. Dunkin' Donuts, niggas want to glaze me? Bro, I don't need to go on. Too Rare easily had the worst freestyle this year. In 9th place, I gotta put Rob49. So for one, I found out that his name is Rob49, not Rob49. Kind of like 42 Doug. It's 42, not 42. So just to throw that in there, it's 4, not 40. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. My standards for Rob was super low. For those of you who watched my last video, I said how Rob was one of my least favorite people because I think he's a generic I came from the streets rapper. And I wanted to be proven wrong for this freestyle, but I wasn't. After hearing this, I just went, yeah, this went exactly how I thought it would. For one, this dude didn't rhyme at all in like the first 3 lines. The very beginning threw me off so much. Yeah, man, I wonder how my haters feel. I'm going hard till I can't breathe. They say I'm great, but I can't see potential in myself. Drugs ain't be doing half as much as shit. When I first watched this freestyle, I had to pause it right there. I went, this nigga not even trying to rhyme. This nigga rhymed feel with myself with much. The thing that was ruining Rob's freestyle was easily his delivery, man. His lyrics were fine, actually. Like, no problem with his lyrics. But the way he was saying them was like, what? Like the part where he was talking about how him and one of his mans used to sell work in high school and make a lot of money, but the more money his friend made, the more different the friend started to act. The way he rapped this completely messed it up. Skirt! Yeah, in a Hellcat Charger thinking about my dog, but he ain't here. We was touching work in high school, first week made shit disappear. I feel like he went too far, we was locked in, that was my dog. I guess when some niggas get some money, that should change their heart. The way he was rapping sounded so offbeat even though he didn't have one. It felt like he was forcing a flow to happen. And y'all already know the parts towards the end that was messing it up. Every time he kept doing a short pause and going, shit, yeah, alright, it was making his performance feel more choppy. My big bro a live wire, he'll get you stepped on. Shit, alright, niggas used to look down, I ain't never said nothing. Guess that's why I'm turned up. Shit, alright, I keep telling bro to put them perks down. Shit. If that's something that he regularly does in his music and that's like a signature ad-lib of his, then it did not translate well at all in this freestyle. He just made himself sound very scrambled, like he didn't know what he was about to say next. I got it out the dirt. I got this far in my life because I put in the work. Yeah, alright, shit. And y'all some lame ass haters. Y'all stay worried about me instead of trying to get y'all paper. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Alright. Nigga was ducking and dodging, moving around the whole time he was rapping. Like, his freestyle certainly got worse as it went on, and I can't put him higher than 9th place. Okay, now I'm on her head. In 8th place is TiaCorine, or the yard sale version of Rico Nasty. Considering that TiaCorine is the worst artist on this entire list to me, I had to react to her freestyle in real time. So, on July 12th, when her freestyle came out, I did a live stream so me and my viewers can check it out together. This live stream ended up being 4 hours long. 3 hours and 59 minutes of that was me insulting TiaCorine. And I wasn't sending her unwarranted insults. Like, she kept giving me reasons to not like her. Like all of y'all, when I got to the video and I saw that it was 32 seconds, I said, what? If the whole video was only 30 seconds long, that means she was rapping for like 15 or so seconds, right? And my fears would be confirmed at the moment when me and my viewers watched it. This girl rapped for 18 seconds, and that was it. 18 seconds. I was on Big Scar's head last year for his freestyle being so short. RIP to him, but at least Big Scar rapped for 28 seconds. Tia came in here and said nothing of value. The only plus I'm giving her is that her flow was good. You can fucking my nigga, I got mo. I ain't tripping, I ain't fucking no broke hoes. And my bitches just strap they cut hoes. And I'm beating that bitch, give her combos. She could have kept that up and continued, but she decided to cut it hella short. You wanna argue, go talk to your mama. I get money, don't fuck with the drama. It's our commas and money in common. When it ended, I went, whoa, like that was really it? The nerve, you didn't even say anything. I watched her ABC's video after that, and she was even getting on my nerves there. Talking about, I igloo, cause I'm cold. K is for a kite, cause I'm fly as a kite. Ah. And then she gonna say, L is for lame, cause you bitches is lame. I was like, bitch, you're lame. What is you talking about? I'm sorry, bro. Let me stop before I get hit with the, if you hate women, then just say that. Because y'all know how y'all are. Tia is just garbage to me. But even people whose music I don't like, I want them to do a good job on their freestyles and ciphers so that I can be convinced to like them. But Tia has yet to do that. Even though hers was clearly short, it was still alright enough to where I can't put it in last place based on the little positive that it did have. But I can't put her much higher than this. In 7th place, I got SleazyWorld Go. Okay, let me say this about Sleepy. He's somebody where, and some of y'all might say I'm being biased, I'm being a hater or whatever. He's somebody where before I even listened to his freestyle, I knew it wasn't going to be all that. Just from listening to this man's regular music, he's just not really a good rapper to me. He spits the same old street raps that you can hear anywhere else with no special difference about him. But like I said, even if it's a rapper I don't like, I give everybody a fair chance. Last year was a perfect example. I can't stand Coach Ice's music. I think he sucks. But he for sure had the #1 best freestyle in last year's class. I'm not about to sit up here and hate and be like, oh, your regular music ass, so everything you do is ass. If you spit some heat, then I'm gonna say you spitting heat. But for Sleepy, that wasn't the case. As soon as I heard this freestyle, I went, see, this is exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Mid as hell. Dude was literally spitting Nickelodeon bars. Lil bro blast, Neutron, no Jimmy. Feel like Turner with this paper, granted wishes, no Timmy. I actually remember him using another blast Jimmy Neutron bar in his song Creepers.
This bitch nasty, I ain't gotta tell the folks to blow like Jimmy Neutron, he gon' blast.
But speaking of rapping about kids shows, this nigga said, ever fell in love with a hoe thinking you can change her? I'm saving hoes like the Power Rangers. Just garbage, man. That Power Rangers line and the next one I'm about to say next are easily the two worst bars in this whole thing. The other one, y'all already know I'm about to say, is I can't cuff another bitch, my heart damaged. I need two bitches on me like a sandwich. Oh my goodness, bro. Bro, I've already seen some people's reaction videos to this freestyle, and when he said, I need two bitches on me like a sandwich, the reactor would make like a stink face and go, I'm like, nigga, what is you in for? That was garbage. Have you guys ever just tried to give somebody a chance, and then the moment they do, they spit some trash? That's how I was listening to this man's freestyle. Hearing stuff like, I need two bitches on me like a sandwich, and this wasn't even a humorous, funny bar. He said this with so much seriousness. I went like, see, this is why I don't fuck with you. I'm not impressed by anything that you do. The last thing I'm gonna say is, I don't know why people keep trying to correct Sleepy on the line, she like, you should let me love you, bitch, who you think you is, Neo? I've already seen hella people say, this nigga said Neo, wow, like, don't you mean Mario? Cause Mario has a song called Let Me Love You.
You should let me love you, let me be the one to.
The thing is, not only did Neo write Mario's song Let Me Love You for him, Neo also has his own song called Let Me Love You. So I understand that y'all just want to find reasons to make fun of Sleepy. Trust me, I know. But the line is not incorrect. Y'all just didn't know that Neo has a song called Let Me Love You, so you're trying to make it seem like he's wrong. But yeah, no type of flair, monotone as hell, and just a strong mix of basic bars and whack bars. I really don't see how some of y'all are hearing, hop out, shoot, waving the chopper, I don't need aiming. Had to stop posting on them sticks because I'm famous. And going, man, this is hard, bro. He killed it. Anybody who don't like this, man, y'all just hating. No, we not hating. This just really wasn't that good. After Sleepy, next up, I got Luh Tyler. I'm going to say this right now. To all the people who are saying that Luh Tyler killed it or that he was top 3 in y'all rankings, he did a great job, whatever. I think y'all just saying that because y'all just like Luh Tyler and y'all not judging the actual performance. Luh Tyler has been getting a lot of love since being on the cover, and hella people have been waiting for his performances to drop, to the point where I feel like he could have got up here and did anything and y'all would have been satisfied just seeing him. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't think he was trash, so don't think I'm about to go there. I just think that some of y'all are ODing when it comes to complimenting him. His non-puberty voice does stand out though. I originally heard this and went, like, this nigga need to drink some tea, goddamn. But it's cool. It's tough to get used to, so I get why people don't enjoy it off that alone. Now, knowing the type of music that he makes, all he raps about is just being cool, being wavy, having money and hoes and all that. So the fact that every line here fell into that category, I wasn't even surprised. Like most of the other people I've talked about so far, just very generic lines with no interesting twist on them. They like, Luh Tyler, you the GOAT. Bitch, I know. Brody got a stick and get the knocking like who at the door. I can't lie, that little bitch got a noggin, man, I love her throat. I had a couple thousand in my pocket, spit that on the coat. There was one part of his freestyle in the middle where I said, dog, if he would have delivered this better, whether it be faster paced or more enthusiastically, this part would have been cold. And it was when he said these lines right here. So this is what I mean when I said delivery could have helped it. If he would have rapped these lines with a more intact flow, like, I'm with the bros, can't rock the show if they don't let them in. Diamonds on my chain might make it snow like weather, rather, man. It ain't about no paper, then I can't go. I need that cheddar, man. Saying it like that would have made it lit. But instead, he was saying it like, I'm with the bros, can't rock the show if they don't let them in. Diamonds on my chain might make it snow like weather, rather, man. If it ain't about no paper, then I can't go. I need that cheddar, man. I was like, come on, bro. Like, this could have went crazy, but he rapping like he's not sure of himself. By the time it got to the end and he threw that ski in there, I was like, it's too late to be cool now. Y'all gonna say I'm disrespecting him by saying this, but I be getting Little Mosey 2.0 vibes from this dude. I don't think there's a lot of differences between Tyler and Mosey. But fortunately for him, unlike Mosey, was this freestyle trash? No. It was cool. It was alright. But like I said, for the people who are saying he did a great job and y'all got him top 3 or so, y'all are tripping just as much as the people who say he was garbage. I get that y'all really like Luh Tyler, but y'all gotta relax. He wasn't all that. Starting up the top 5, I got real Boston Richey, or as the people have been calling him recently, Real Boston Snitchy. Y'all have been on this man's ass about this whole snitching thing with him.
We got Real Boston Richey.
Snitch! Nah.
What?
Nah, we civilians. We don't care, but
He
I
a
don't
snitch
think.
for real?
Yeah.
But I just want to talk about the freestyle. Now, this is going to be crazy to say, but although I say Richey has some energy to him, this nigga was a little bit too energetic to the point where I think he was off a beam. Like, bro took something before they started recording. But it was fine, though. I like dude's energy here. But due to how he was rapping, he didn't really have a flow. Like, when you let his freestyle play out, it sounds like he's rambling. It genuinely does sound like he's rambling. I'm not saying he has to have sophisticated rhyme schemes or nothing like that. That's ridiculous to expect that from everyone. But how he was rapping was so straightforward that it sounded like he was just talking while spitting basic street bars. Before I even show y'all some of the lines, I also didn't know that Snitch Rich even had a lisp. I don't know if it's the grill, I don't know if it's the Florida accent, but there's something about the way he talks where it sounds like his tongue is stapled to the bottom of his mouth. Now, some of you may say that this is ironic coming from me because I've gotten a few comments on my channel of people telling me I sound like Leland from RDC World and that y'all think I have a lisp. The craziest part about this is that I have literally never been told in my life that I have a lisp or that I sound like I have a speech impediment. That's only something that I've ever been told on my YouTube channel. I've never heard this in my life in the real world. But Buddy was rapping like, police hit the lights, go and ask 'em I ain't stopping. Real youngin', raised up a real problem. Nobody died from my hood yet, we ain't dropping. A different class on special ed, all I see is red. I done upgraded to my bitch, different swag with a different head. By the time you get another car, you gon' have some scrum legs. I'll never brag about a bitch's known for giving head. This is how his whole performance felt. I'm like, this is alright, but dude sounds like he's kind of just going on and on. Especially with one-liners that don't even make sense, like, I told her I'll buy the pussy, then I fucked and left her dead. And fuck all these rap niggas, Boston coming on all these niggas' head. Hey, this is y'all mans right here. I don't think he was bad at all. And even though it sounded like he was just saying whatever, he had the hype behind it and his performance was kind of engaging enough where it puts him over the weak ass people that's below him. Number 4, we got Lola Brooke. And immediately, I'm gonna say this. Rapping about quote unquote real stuff and talking about your life that you actually went through, it's a huge plus, but it doesn't automatically put you in first place. There has to be a balance of good lyrics and being entertaining. The 2017 class is a perfect example. PNB Rock spent his entire verse singing about his daughter, his come up in rap, and him spending time in jail, and his still wasn't better than Ugly Gods. Ugly Gods was completely goofy. It's the booty gang captain talking shit to me is history. I'll hit your crib, militia, charge your bitches for an interest fee. But he balanced good lyrics with entertainment, so that's what I mean. Lola had the best freestyle lyrically, and that's one of the reasons why she's so high on the list. The amount of hard stuff she said is crazy, and in terms of how she can make you feel with her words, you can completely sense the genuineness in her freestyle and knows that she meant every word. It seems like she was about to break out in tears towards the end. The first time I watched it, when it was over, I went, she gonna cry in the car. However, I would be lying to y'all if I said Lola had one of the more entertaining freestyles, because honestly, she didn't. This is one of those raps that how raw and how emotional it is kind of hurts it in a way because it kills the replay value. Like, who would be in the mood to listen to this? Some of my favorite lines were, I ain't trying to say I'm different, but if the city see me win, it's gonna feel different. I know they tired of seeing me underrated cause I'm gifted, but sucking dick to get to the top, I am not with it. I love how she pretty much admits that even though I may not be this crazy innovative artist that no one's ever heard before, my people show me so much love that they're gonna forever root for me. Even if my grind to the top takes a little longer because I'm not selling my soul, or selling ass for that matter. My other favorite lines were the ones right after this one, when she spoke about how much her own family was telling her things like she should have had a record deal much sooner and she could have been made it. But Lola said, cause I actually turned down deals that didn't match for me. Team 80 full of real niggas, that's a factory. Team 80 being the production team that she partnered with a lot when she was coming up. Now, people were cooking the hell out of Lola for the realize my mother was poor at the age of 18 line, talking about how does it take you 18 years to figure that out. But like, come on, y'all know what she meant. Realize my mother was poor at the age of 18, bills stayed paid, but it wasn't what it seemed. She's saying that she never realized how down bad her family really was because her mother never painted that picture that they was poor or let Lola see any of the real harsh conditions that they were in. So since they still had heat, running water, groceries in the fridge and whatnot, she never actually peeped that her mama didn't have money like that. Lola killed it lyrically, but like I said, she had no performance to her and it felt like she was spitting a poem, so it made it not as entertaining. I was going to end the Lola entry here, but I do have to say this because I started seeing it more and more. People are immediately impressed by a female rapper if she isn't talking about sex. I have seen many comments of people talking about Lola saying stuff like, this is so refreshing. A female rapper that's talking about something different and unique. And man, it's so good to hear a woman rap about something different from the norm. Lola was amazing simply off the fact that she didn't make her entire verse talking about her pussy and money. After seeing so many comments like that, I'm like, yo, the standard for women rap is in the dirt. People really think all female rappers talk about is sex. To the point where if y'all hear just one verse where the main topic isn't sex, y'all are instantly impressed and say, oh, this is amazing, this is different. I didn't know y'all dislike female rappers that much. Top 3, Milwaukee stand up, we got DC the Don. First of all, let me tell y'all what happened to me recently with DC the Don. Because I think he's one of the best artists on the list. I rock with the few songs I've heard from him when I made my last video, so I wanted to listen to more. So on July 8th, 5 days before his freestyle dropped, I did a listening to DC the Don live stream, and I don't know how he found my stream this fast, but I was live for about 7 minutes, and I got a comment from DC the Don that said, it's 2023, you listening to 2020. The reason he said this is because I was listening to his Come As You Are project first, which yes, dropped during the pandemic year. Now, I don't know what angle he was coming from when he said this, but because he didn't put any LOLs or no laughing emojis or nothing, this sounded like a complaint to me. To me, this came off as, why you listening to old shit, man? It's 2023, you listening to stuff I dropped 3 years ago? At first, I thought this was a bot account as well, but when I clicked on the account through the live chat, it took me to his official YouTube music page. So when it took me to this page, I was like, oh snap, that was either actually him or somebody from his team that was logged into his account watching my stream. Either way, when DC the Don commented this on my stream, that made me go, bro, you better have the best XXL freestyle I've ever heard in my life since you got something to say. And I'll be damned, he made it into the top 3. I rocked with his performance. Instantly, he was talking about an interesting topic, discussing how with his rise in fame and now that he's touring and doing shows and he's barely at the crib, he's starting to feel homesick and missing all of his homies. But he tells him that no matter what, he's still down for whatever when it comes to them. And the singing inflections he had in his voice while he was doing it made it even better. Woke up to like 30 something texts and 10 missed calls. City after city, I'm cruising, I swear I miss y'all. I don't see my niggas no more and I'm having withdrawals like fuck it dog, it's up if you need me, I'm sliding with y'all. As it went on, he was spitting about success, how he went from rags to riches and how some friends done changed up, congrats to disses, because he came up. This fit I threw on rare, you can't find this shit at the strip mall. Went from shedding tears to a condo, I'm sipping Cristal. I was liking his a lot, but we gotta address the controversy. We gotta address it. For the people who didn't catch this, y'all about to hear something crazy. So when you skip to the end of DC the Don's freestyle, you know, when the graphics and stuff pop up on the screen and they blur out the background, if you look closely, you can see that DC the Don was still moving around in the back, and it's very obvious that he was still rapping. But for some reason, XXL muted the audio and cut out the ending. And according to DC the Don himself on his Twitter and his Instagram, they did cut out the ending to his freestyle. He didn't say why, but he said he thinks it's because the ending to his verse was too controversial. And truth be told, after paying attention to the lyrics, I believe him. XXL has never abruptly cut out the end of somebody's freestyle, so he probably said something insane. The end of his verse was telling a little story. He said how some kid in South Dakota sent Don a message and was telling him about what he was going through in life, how he has no reason to live, how Don's music was affecting him, and it seems like the kid was becoming more and more violent. My mom in my room, she pushing all my buttons. My friend shipped up a while ago, they crack jokes out of subject, like I ain't got a fully automatic ready to bust it. Based on these last few lines, this story had to have some crazy ass ending for them to cut out the end of it. Like the kid offed himself, offed his mom and or his friends, but until more information comes out from DC or XXL themselves, I guess we'll never know. The runner-up, I gotta give it to my boy Finesse 2 times. Say that shit 2 times, say that shit 2 times. Finesse was one of those people that when the trailer came out, I knew he would have one of the best freestyles. I was glad that they started with him too, because his was the first one that dropped. He came in hot talking about record labels not wanting to be affiliated with him since he's a criminal, and talking about how some people want to make it in the rap game so bad that they rap about killing Finesse in their songs just to get people to pay attention to their music. The labels don't want nothing to do with me, say I'm a gangster, I'm a liability. Every time I turn around, niggas trying to get on, so they rap about killing me. One line I really like how he put it together is when he was talking about how he just smash hoes and tell them they gotta leave and that he ain't trying to chill with them. He went, kick her straight out the spot, ain't got no feelings. Bitches nigga not box, I don't kick it. Because to kick it with somebody just means to hang out and relax with them. And when it comes to boxing, you know, it's all hands. You're not allowed to kick your opponent. So that's the wordplay. These hoes think I'm a boxer since they never see me kicking it. That metaphor could have been delivered so lame, but I think the way he did it was fine. There were 3 times in this freestyle where I instantly recognized a bar that he said from somewhere else. So I was like, yeah, nigga, you ain't slick. I'm not saying rappers can't reuse bars. It's just when you hear it in the moment, it's like, dude, really? The first one was the, I'm a boss, but I don't give out applications. I don't f with nobody. I'm masturbating line. What's funny about this one is literally just 1 day prior to his freestyle coming out is when I dropped my opinion on every 2023 XXL freshman video, and I highlighted his song CEO. And when I played the snippet of CEO, that's the exact line that I played.
Won't even tell me congratulations. I don't fuck with nobody. I'm masturbating.
In the line right before the masturbating one on CEO, he said, die by my reputation, man, these niggas keep me in their conversations, won't even tell me congratulations. He had a similar line in his XXL freestyle when he said, police ass niggas, they stalking my pages, they want me under investigation, they'll see you do better and they make them hate you, won't even tell you congratulations. The third one is when he said, I was a diamond in the dirt, now they can see all my clarity, nigga. He said a very similar line in his On the Radar freestyle.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, diamond in the dirt. Now I'm up under a scope. Now they can see all my clarity.
Notice that it's pronounced clarity, not clarity. Clarity. Say it with me. Clarity. But because I'm someone that really rocks with finesse and I have checked out a lot of his songs, watching his freestyle was throwing me off a little bit because it felt like he was picking out lines from other songs that he had and throwing them all together. I purposely didn't talk about him banking on the stool during his performance because honestly, I think it would have been fire regardless. The stool banking was good and it was difficult to be able to do that consistently without messing up while focusing on your rhymes. But with how good his delivery was and his lyrics was and whatnot, this freestyle would have been really good even if he didn't do that. I'm fly as a Baltimore Raven and I just landed in Maryland, nigga. And yeah, as y'all are watching, I'm sure y'all already figured out who's the person I didn't talk about yet. But I can't front, this person had the best one. I have to give the best freestyle to Fridayy. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. The toughest thing about critiquing Fridayy's freestyle is the addition of the choir. Now, the choir thing isn't the first time that this has happened. In the class just last year, Casey brought in one for his performance. And for those of y'all who aren't aware, there aren't any rules to XXL freestyles. They pretty much let people do what they want. They said that themselves on their website when discussing Fridayy's freestyle. They said, despite what people may think, there are no rules to these freestyles besides the fact that they have to be done a cappella, which means anything goes. So you can create your own beat by snapping your fingers on some Ratty Rich or Blast stuff, or banging on the stool on some finesse stuff, or you can bring in backup. As long as there's no actual beat playing in the back, you good. Admittedly, I feel bad for Casey because I saw several people in the comments of Fridayy's video talking about, dang, I ain't never seen someone bring a choir on XXL. This is different. Whoa, I like that Fridayy brought a choir to help him out. This is such a creative and fresh idea. I was seeing these people say that and going, God damn, y'all forgot about Casey that fast? I also don't know if this was done intentionally, but Casey was wearing black while his choir was wearing all white. And for Fridayy, he was wearing white while his choir was wearing all black. Pilot swap shit. Another thing is that Casey's choir was just humming, helping him out. But that's the complete opposite of Fridayy's freestyle. This nigga had Lauryn Hill back here and everything, and they were saying every word along with him, word for word, bar for bar. He went from singing about love in the beginning of his freestyle and transitioned into talking about how hard he worked to make it and that nobody's going to stop him on his grind. He knows what he wants to do in his life. This is the path that he chose, and he's going to reach the end of that path regardless of what obstacles he comes across. It's just, even though Fridayy did a good job singing and all that, I speak for everyone when I say the reason why this is so enjoyable is thanks to the choir. They was amazing. They vocals just hit you in the heart.
They can't take my soul.
So it feels kind of weird to give Fridayy credit for that, you know what I mean? It feels like he cheated by doing this because although you have a very, very enjoyable freestyle, that very, very enjoyableness came from somebody else. He didn't necessarily get carried because he was good himself, but Anybody who says the Fugees didn't strongly help him are lying to themselves. So that's the reason why I have him in first place, even though it feels like a cheat code, because he still did a good job himself, unlike the other boy who had acquired and still completely messed it up. I don't know if y'all peeped this because there's not a single comment on the video pointing it out, but he actually had a part of his freestyle where he stumbled. If y'all skip to about the 55-second mark, there's a part where Lauryn Hill and them are singing "They Can't Take My Soul," but Fridayy starts saying "They can't break my soul." Before he could even finish the line, he realized he said the wrong word, so he like rubs his nose and quickly starts over. After watching this video, go run back Friday's freestyle and skip to 55 seconds and you'll see what I mean. He went, "They can't break, they can't take my soul." I saw that part and was like, I know you didn't just mess up. Fridayy himself commented on his freestyle. All he did was leave a balloon to reference his EP cover. I don't know why he didn't get more involved and actually say something about the freestyle or about XXL, but I guess that's why nobody responded to him. So although I get the backlash of people saying he cheated and that this shouldn't count and all that, this sounds way too gorgeous to not put this in first place.
Outro, outro.